Yeah, so I mentioned that one German tutor, she says she's a German tutor. She teaches literature. Okay. Yeah. She's a German actually. Yeah. So he said yesterday she was like she pondered upon our our video. Then hey, is it pondered? Yeah, she was scrolling through her feed on YouTube. Then she came across our
Came across.
yeah she came across our Danke. She came across our video and concerning the imperative. Okay, yeah. So these were the rules that I showed you. What is it? Yeah. So, but for starters, like these rules, like they are the rules. Like they are the normal German, the high German. Okay. When the verb stem ends with this DT, NM, RJ, we are as set as F and L, then you have to add E to the verb stem to form the do form, okay? But she said like that's like grammatically that's 100% grammatically correct. Like the examples that we made, they're 100% like with the fire, 100% grammatically correct, okay? Yeah, 100%. But she said with modern German, like you normally see this imperative in books, as in poetic, in writing, in the newspaper, but then in the modern language, as in speaking, you hardly hear this. Okay, she said that the DTNM unbedingt, like with the verb stem that ends with the DTNM, like absolutely you have to add what E to it. Okay, just like our normal verb conjugations. Okay, but with the G, yeah, and G, or like the ones, yeah, with G, but not all G, the IG verbs whose stems ends with IG. Okay, yeah, you have to add E to it, but with the R, except the Latin words, the organizere, have fotografire, yeah, that one you have to add E to it. But with the S sets, with the beta sound, with the with the S sets, yeah, with the sets S, F and L, with the modern language, as in with the speaking language, the spoken language, you had like they've modernized it. Okay, yeah. So normally they don't add E to it, but the ones that like you have to add E to it are the DTNM. Okay, then the verbs whose verb stem ends with what IG. Okay, so tanzen will be tanzt. Okay, tanze is restig, is grammatically correct, but tanz is heuschlich, is more like a modern German um like yeah, more like they speak, that's the modern language. So here tragen, when I'm giving you the order and I say trage, that is 100% grammatically correct. Okay, but more in the modern language you hear trag. Okay, fare is 100% grammatically correct, but you hear what far more. Okay, even she said that even with marking, you can just say marke. Okay, marke is right. Marke is right, but then do away with the st. Don't add the e. Mark. Okay, yeah. So except the verb stem ends with d, t, n, m, and ig. Okay, and sometimes there are some verbs that ends with ln. Ln. I don't know if you've come across such verbs. They ends with ln. Okay, with them too, you have to add e because you have to move the. Yeah, let's use the examples. All right, so here is the rule. Ye dtnm or verbs that whose verb stems ends with what ig, by the way, plus the dtnm. Like regard, I know dear, you don't have a choice. You have to add what an e to the verb stem after removing the st. Okay, yeah. So an example is the baden, to bath. So if I'm giving you, if I'm ordering you to bath, then you what bade. Okay, fenden ends with d, fende. Reden, to talk. If I'm asking you to talk, then it's what rede. Okay, yeah, that is right. Okay, yeah. Und t to arbeiten. When you move the st, arbeite. Warten, move the st, warte. Mieten, to rent. If I'm asking you to rent an apartment, miete eine Wohnung. Okay, genau. Und verb stems ends with what ig. So not all g, but like I said, J, if you add the E, you are right. But then, like in the modern German, it's more like common for you to add the E only if the verb stem ends with what ig. Okay. But when you add the E, like I said, with the first rule, the DTNM plus the FS sets GL, yeah, that is how Christisch. Aber in the modern spoken language, they said it's a cake. Okay. So he said, yeah. So if I'm saying and should go means excuse me or like sorry. So if I'm asking you to like apologize, to say sorry or to like yeah, normally sorry, then you what entschuldige dish. Okay. Yeah. Reinigen means to clean. If I'm asking you to clean, it will be what? Reinige. Okay, because after removing the s, reinigst, do reinigst. After removing the st to be what left with what g, then you have to add what an e to form the imperative for do reinige. Okay, but yeah, fasten yourself like normally. Yeah, brace yourself for something. Then befestigen, like yeah. So after removing the st, it will be befestig. Then for the imperative befestige. Okay. Then n, so it will be what atmen. Atmen means to breathe. After removing the st, it will be left with what at at atmen. Yeah, atmen. Yeah. Then so these are the verbs that ends with ln. Ln. So with ln, even with the ish, it changes in the normal verb conjugation to be ish zamli. Okay, ish zamli. Okay, ish zamli. You shift the L behind, then you bring the E to the end for the H. Okay, so it's the same thing for the do. Imperative form giving an order. It's du sammelst. Okay, so you take away the ST, then you bring the L behind the E to form what? The imperative sammle. So it's the same for the H, is sammle. Okay, so for the after taking the N away, for H, you won't say that H zammele, H zammele. You say H zammele, but this E will come before the L, what Ishizamle. Okay, like to collect or to gather. Then verb stems ending with N. Yeah, so when you take away the EN for then that's to calculate. You have it's what's left to do rashness. You have to add an E because it ends with a DTNM to form the do rashness. Then the imperative will be what rashne. Okay. Then öffnen, to open. Also, when you take away the en, to be left with what OFFN. Okay, the rule says that add an e to form the for the do, and before you add your st, dtnm. Yeah, so do oftenest. About imperative is what do oftener. You take away the st. Okay, so open the door will be oftener the two. Okay, super. Yeah. So for modern German, DTNM plus IG, they are the fixed endings that you have to add E. But then, yeah, this rule is it's a German rule. It's a grammatical rule. Okay. So if you still like add your E to your R, so like for example, hören is hören. Where is it? Here. Yeah. So höre will be what? Hör. Okay. But according to the railroad German rule, it should be what? Höre. But in the modern German, they prefer to say hör, only the E. But then when you give the other and add the E to be like höre is listen to it, you're also right. Like grammatically, you're 100% correct. But then unless that the verb stem ends with what DTNM or the IG in modern German, that's when we add the E. Okay, but for literature, like poetic, in the Zeitung, yes, in newspaper, in magazines and all that, they add the E. Okay, and like storybooks, they add the E, but then in the spoken language, unless it's DTNM or the verb ends with what IG or it's Latin words like the organizere. And then you have to add the E. Functionire, organizere, fotografire. That one you have to add the E. Okay, yeah. I wanted to clarify that. Were you guys even listening? Hello.
Yeah, we are listening.
Only. Oh God, yeah. So, I hope the link still works. I prepare a quiz. Yeah, open. Yeah. Oh, this is not the quiz. No, this is not the quiz. Das ist nicht. Yeah, here. All right. So we are working on this. Please, it's 15 seconds. You have to ask a question. Karen, can you talk? Nana K, can you talk? Nana K, are you there? Nana K. Sorry, I thought I was even sharing the yours. Nana K. Mr. Kofi, are you there?
Yeah, me, Ravi.
Yeah.
Nana K, can you talk? All right, so what is the imperative for marking? So if I'm telling you do your homework, please, what will be the answer here?
The answer will be market.
Nah, it will be mark. For imperative, do marks, you take away the ST. Mr. Kofi?
Yeah.
Yeah, you take away just the ST.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So when I click on the next question, we have only 15 seconds to answer it, okay? I won't be able to answer it just like this one.
Okay.
All right. So the rule says that unless it ends with what? DTNM or IG or the Latin words, that's when we have to add what? The E in the spoken language. Okay. But aside that, the rest in the modern language, we leave it like that. But for regular verbs, you just take away the ST. So marking is marking, do maxed. If we take away the ST to form the imperative, we don't have any problem with them. Okay. They're like the verbs that undergo normal conjugate, like komen, gehen, ne, like they remain the same. Just take away the ST for the do, then you give the imperative. Then you'll be left with the imperative. Okay. All right. 15 seconds, then you have to answer, else we won't be able to answer the question. All right, here. Geh schnell nach Hause. Go home will be
Gay.
geh nach Hause. Super. Geh nach Hause because it's du gehst. Okay, so geh einfach nach Hause. Yeah. Then here, kommen. Komm sofort ins Zimmer. What is the Antwort? I said it. So it's bad. Komm sofort ins Zimmer. Hier, warum es heißt ins Zimmer, nicht im Zimmer? Warum?
There is movement.
Movement. Okay, so we said that wo for wo is that, but wohin. So where am I going? Direction. Rislav, then I think it's your network. You have to log out, then come back. Or let me stop sharing and reshare. Can you see it now? All right, so yeah. So for wohin is accusative and wo is dative. Okay, but wohin, to where, is accusative. That's why in accusative, the stemma only masculine changes from what der to den for what accusative. The rest remains the same. So das is das, D is D for feminine, and D is D for plural. So it will be come sofort in the stemma, but we combine what the S from the das plus in to form in stemma. Okay, because wohin is what accusative, then wo is dative. Okay. All right. Yep. Expression dash lauter mit mir. Speak louder with me.
Sprich lauter mit mir.
Sprich. Yeah. Sprich, because it's what du sprichst. Okay. So we just take away the st, then we'll be left with the imperative. So sprich lauter mit mir. Speak louder with me. Okay. So lauter. Loud is loud. Louder is louder. Okay, in German, for forming the comparative, we have the normal adjective, the comparative, and the superlative. Okay, so with the comparative, the faster, nicer, it's the same in German. You just add what an er to it. Okay, to form the comparative. Superlative, sometimes it's a bit confusing, but then and also follow the same rule. You add sten. Okay, it's not difficult. We'll get there. All right. Here. Hören gut zu. Listen well. Listen well. What would be the imperative for hören? Hör.
Here.
Okay, hör. Hör gut zu means listen well. Okay. Hör gut zu. Yeah. But höre ist auch richtig. Okay. Höre ist auch richtig, aber in heutzutage, in modern German, we prefer the what? The hör. Okay? Yeah. Unless it ends with DT, NM, or the IG, or the R, but R in the what? The Latin words like funktionieren, organisieren, renovieren, the ren. That's when you have to add what? You have to add the E in the modern spoken language. But then when you are reading a book and you see höre, that is auch what? Richtig. Okay. All right. Then here, sehen das, sehen, dash the others built an. Look at the picture will be.
Z.
Z.
Yeah,
Z. Okay, it's Z. Couldn't answer because after 15 seconds we have to answer it, or else we can't answer. But the answer is what? Z is, and it's not Z. IE is double E in German. Okay, so it's pronounced like free. B, the C is here. E, so it's Z. Okay, it's not Z. There's no breakage. it's double E, like in free, the B, the C, yeah. So it's Z there that's built an. Okay, look at the picture. Okay, all right. But here we used ansehen. Ansehen is sich ansehen. Okay, so look at the picture yourself. Okay, all right. Yep. Schreiben. Das deinen Namen hier. Ja, schreib deinen Namen here. But the archaic German, you always hear them before saying schreibe. Okay. Yeah. Before they will say schreibe. But please, we are learning modern German. Okay, so it's schreibe. Okay. All right. You just take away the ST then. All right, here. Lesen.
Lies.
Yeah, lies. Lies is richtig. Okay. Because ideally you are supposed to take what the ST away, then you'll be left with what Lee, get Lee. But then it's difficult to pronounce. So like you see, so there are some exceptions that you have to just learn them by heart. Even with the verb that ends with the G, that's in the modern language, like they don't always add the E to almost everything. There are some even with the spoken language, they still add what E to them. Okay, so like when you come across any verb that you think that is very important in them, they are like we normally use them during the day, like they are technically words that we use every day. At least just check their imperative too. Okay, yeah. So lesen is do list, but we only take the T away because when you take the ST, you'll be left with what Lee, and like, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so it's list for lesen is list. Okay, try to remember that. Then lernen.
Learn.
Ja, it's learn, aber lerne ist auch richtig. Okay, lerne is auch richtig. So in books, in literature books, you normally see the lerne, but because it ends with what DTNM. Okay, but like I said, there are some words that you have to learn them by heart. You don't have a choice. But when you speak lerne, you are right. Grammatically, in German, you are right. Okay, but in the spoken language, they prefer to say what learn. Okay, so there are always exceptions. There are always exceptions, especially the exceptions are always with the ones that are normally used. They are like common words. Okay, that's why I'm saying that when you come across any word that you think that it's widely used during the day, like it's mostly used during the day, then please check the imperative too. Okay, with the dictionary that I asked you to download, the dictionary will always say that it's lerne. Okay, but sometimes you can just use Google Translate, give an order. Okay, learn, then you add exclamation. If you don't add exclamation, Google will use learning Z. But when you add exclamation, Google will understand that you are giving an order to the do form. Then it will give you the right imperative for the verb that you used. Okay, all right. Then wir machen weiter. Spielen.
Spiel.
Ja, Spiel ist richtig, aber Spiele ist auch richtig. Okay, but like I said, you take away the ST in the modern language to form the what. And you can also be like, there's a word be a some kind. Oh, the good because okay. So you take away the ST, then you form the imperative, which is Spiel. So if I'm telling my friend to play, then Spiel. Okay, yep. Let's Essen.
Is.
Yeah. So Essen and lesen. Okay, lesen and essen, they are the same. Okay. We don't take away the S at the end because when you take away the S at the end, it will be what is. You'll be left with what is is. It doesn't make sense in German. So you add the second S, just as in lesen, which is lis. Okay, so here too, you just take away the T at the end. It will be left with what? ISS. All right. Drinking.
Drink.
Drink. Yeah, drink. Not drink. Drink. It's drinking, not
Drink.
drinking.
Again.
All right. The market writer. Schlafen.
Slap.
Slap.
Yeah. Schlaf. So schlaf gut in deinem Bett. Sleep well in your bed. But I want to explain something, but German. Because some will say sleep well next to your bed. They will use an. Some will also use auf. Lying down in bed. Yeah, it's been in bed. Yeah, that is auch richtig. Und ich gehe ins Bett. Ist auch richtig. Ich gehe ins Bett. Ich gehe ans Bett. Oder ich gehe aufs Bett. Auf das Bett. Aufstehen. Früh auf.
Steh auf.
Steh auf. Steh auf. Okay, you take away the ST because to stays. Okay, do stays, so stay auf. Take away the ST, then stay. Then sitzen.
This.
Yeah. This.
Day.
Yeah. But sitze is auch richtig. Okay, you hear some of them say, but the rule says I just take away the ST, but the S is have the S in the Z because that is TS. That's why we don't add any T. Yeah, it's much lighter. Bleiben.
Bleib.
Yeah. Bleib ruhig. Bleib ruhig means what? Bleib ruhig means what?
Hey, stay peace.
calm.
Brother.
Ruhig means calm,
Calm.
silent.
Stay calm.
Yeah. Then frisches Brot. The frisches Brot.
Oh, calm.
Health.
Yeah. Buy fresh bread. Frisches Brot. Okay. It's ein frisches Brot because it's das Brot. But because there wasn't use, we need to add the S to what to the adjective to indicate that bread is what adjective. That's why it's frisches Brot. All right. Dash die alten Bücher.
Health.
Verkauf. Verkauf. Here, for plural nouns with adjective. Okay, so it's the Bücher, but here it's in the accusative, but then the adjective is taking what an N. For plural, let me wait when we get to adjective declension, then I'll give explanation. But then if you even for nominative, if I'm saying you say the alten Bücher, if I'm starting the sentence with the alten Bücher, like the books, but then there's an adjective, the adjective will take an N, even in nominative for plural cases. Okay, for plural cases. So if I'm giving a sentence, I'm like maybe the nice people are coming. The nice people, they are the subject, but it will be what die netten Leute kommen. Okay, it's only particular with what? Yeah, it's only particular with plural nouns with adjectives. when plural nouns are with adjectives, the adjectives too will take what? An N ending. Unless maybe yeah, normally. So nominative, accusative, and dative. Okay, if there's an adjective describing the plural noun, the plural noun will take what? And the adjective will take what? An en ending. Okay. All right. Next thing. Yeah. The mule house. Dash the mule house. Bring
Bring.
the mule house. Bring the mule house. Okay. Yeah. Bring the mule out. What is mule? Dear mule. What's a dear
Garbage.
mule? Yeah. Yeah. The garbage. So rouse. Rouse is separable verb. Rouse bringing. To bring something out. Rouse bringing. Okay, separable. So it's bringing the mule out. Rouse. Okay. Then dash the tableting.
Neem.
Yeah. Take the pills.
Neem.
Take them. Yeah. Take the pills. Name the tableting. All right. So abiten. Hey, abite.
Abate.
Abite schneller. Okay. So here, forming the comparative, you just add er to all adjectives in German to form the comparative. So faster, schneller, older, whatever are adjective for comparative in German, we add er. Okay. All right. Warten. Dash auf
Warte.
deinen Chef. Warte. So English. So the last time I think was it Ima or Collins who said that I said I was going to teach you guys the verbs that uses particular prepositions. Yeah. So in English they are the same thing. In English, you'd be like, wait for me. So you use wait, and the person that the person who is to be waited for, we use for. Like we use for to have. So wait for me, wait for. But in German, we say wait on me. So we use auf, and it's accusative. So warte auf mich. So if I'm telling you to wait for me, to be warte auf mich. Okay, so if I'm saying I'm waiting for you, it will be ich warte auf dich. Okay, so warten is used with auf. Just like in English, you use wait with for. All right. Yep, that's the
Antworten.
data. Yeah. Antworten. Okay. So antworten, dative. So if I'm answering you, if I'm answering to you, it's antwortet dir. Okay. So if I answered you, it shall be dir geantwortet. Okay. So I'm answering you, that's why it's the letter, but here is what the Lehrern. Okay, because it's dative, so D will change to der. So answer the teacher, the female teacher is antworte der Lehrerin. So if it would have been answer the male teacher, what would have been the sentence, the translation?
Antworte dem Lehrer.
Okay, antworte dem Lehrer. Super. Then here,
Frag.
yeah, but normally you hear frag. Oh man, can't yeah, frag. Okay, but normally you hear frag. Like the jeans, because per the rule is, but you normally say the frag in like the literature, but then unless it's IG, DTNM, we are sticking to the modern German, the modern spoken language, the rule. So it is, we take away the ST, then we got frag, einfach frag. All right, here erklären dash die Aufgabe, explain. Explain the exercise.
Eclair.
It's Eclair, okay? Eclair. Eclair die Aufgabe. So I said with the R ending, Eclair is auch richtig. But in modern German, we just take away the ST, okay? And she also said that like the children were complaining about the rules in so even the Germans themselves were complaining the rules relating to the imperative. Okay, so like it's difficult sometimes for them, the children, for them to know that. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why they decided to stick with in the spoken language, to stick to the IG, the DT, and okay. So normally you hear the older than Penifo saying eclaire does, okay, but then you take away the ST, but still with our Latin verbs, the en, fotografieren, organisieren, funktionieren, that one you have to add what the E. Okay, all right. Then here,
Wiederhole.
yeah. So you said that according to the rule, the first rule that I taught you, L, we add E, but not all L. You see, so there are some that you have to learn them by heart. So it's wiederholst, okay. But then when we are saying repeat it, we say wiederhole. Okay, so you have to learn them by heart. But if you were to use the first rule, the one that I gave you, then the vida like you would have said wiederhole by heart. But then because in the modern German they have some exception and all that, just learn this by heart. Okay, wiederholen, always remember to add the E. Then here,
Beginne.
beginner. Okay, beginner. DTNM is beginner. All right.
Bindi. Oder Bindi.
So, be better. Beenden. Beenden is to end something. Beenden. Okay, so maybe if I'm ending the class, it's beende den Unterricht. Okay, I'm ending. Okay, yeah. Or maybe end the call is beende den Anruf. Okay, yeah. So it's beende. Okay, beenden. Yeah. So beende deine Hausaufgabe. End your homework or sometimes complete. Yeah. Helfen.
Hilf.
Yeah. Hilf.
Zug.
Zug. Einfach Zug.
Lauf.
Lauf. Zum Bus. Okay. To the bus. Run to the bus. Lauf zu dem Bus. Lauf zum Bus. Yeah. Yep. Vorsichtig mit dem Fahrrad.
Fahr.
Fahr vorsichtig mit dem Fahrrad. Okay. Vorsichtig means carefully. So drive carefully with on your bicycle. Yeah.
Swim.
Schwim. So even with here, you see DTNM, but still we stuck with what schwim instead of schwimme. But then you hear people say schwimme. Okay, and grammatically, schwimmen is richtig, 100% correct. But then in the modern language, you just have to learn that for schwimmen is schwimmen. Okay. Yeah. So tanzen, dash with me. Dance with me. Tanz. Tanz. Okay. Tanz. Tanz with me. Dash das Fenster.
Öffne.
Öffne. Öffne das Fenster. Open the window. Yeah, they are those. Then here, schließen.
Schließ.
Yeah. But schließen ist auch grammatically richtig. Aber schließen.
And I'm going to close on
Hm?
Schließen. Bedeutet was?
Close.
Alright, genau.
Here is Frag. Okay. Schwere Tasche. Carry
Mm.
a heavy bag. Schwer means heavy and sometimes difficult.
Schwierig.
But difficult is schwierig. So schwer and schwierig, they are different adjectives. But schwer means heavy,
Okay.
and schwierig means difficult. But then sometimes, because so like it's that the thing is heavy, like idiomatically when it says hey, this is heavy, I'm trying to say that it's difficult. But then it idiomatically means what? Heavy, but difficult. But then when you want to say something is difficult, using the actual definition for difficult is schwierig. 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 Schwierig oder schwierig. All right.
Klar.
Anziehen die Jacke an.
Zieh an.
Zieh an. Yeah. Zieh die Jacke an. Put on the what? The Jacke. The jacket. Then here.
Drück.
You said it druk. Yeah. So druk means press. Drucken means press. Then Knopf, the button. Der Knopf means the button. Okay, or is it the knob? Not the button. Oh, the knob. Schlage das im Wörterbuch. Okay, so you guys, do you use your dictionary? Because I feel say aside our German class, most of you like you don't do German outside the class.
I got you.
So I said I feel.
You feel that's your opinion.
Your
That is
opinion is excellent.
All right, so it's the Knopf, the button, just like I said, the button. So press on the button. Druck den Knopf, because it's der Knopf. Okay, so even with imperative, it follows the normal, just that we omit the subject. But then we know the subject because we've conjugated, we are giving the order to the subject, which is do. So the next follow, whatever thing that follows the verb, follows the normal accusative or the dative or the, yeah. Then here, Bitte?
Out the Tasche fest. Out.
Is it halt or the halte? It's halt. But then halte is richtig. Yeah, it's halt. But here, because it ends with what DCNM, but why? So like there's always exception. But then halte is auch richtig. Okay. I feel like the rule, the DT, aside the DTNM plus the F, the L, like I don't know, that one is better because you know that when you meet DTN, automatically you have to add it. But with the modernized spoken language that we only stick to the DTNM plus the IG. Even still, there's still an exception that there are exceptional verbs that you have to learn them by heart. Yeah, I understand, but then you shouldn't worry because you hardly use the imperative. Like when you are here and you have someone that you talk to, then you have to use the imperative. Okay, but during your examination, you stick to the Z, and sometimes do maybe when you maybe you have a task that maybe for B1 they will be like maybe you have to plan something together with your partner. Then you sometimes you have to use do. Okay, but then you hardly give an order to him or her because you are planning something together. Like maybe a contenzu could you has like you'll be polite. So unless maybe you have someone like staying with you, maybe your wife, your friend, or like you have a couple of people you know here, maybe from your workplace, sometimes you have to use the do. So even with that one, when you use, they have to use better. So like you shouldn't worry too much. Just that it's good that you know. Okay. All right. That are the 40. Then here, Leben, dein Leben,
Lieb.
love your life.
Lieb.
Lieb dein Leben, because it's das Leben. Okay, love your life. Then here, das niemanden. Und was ist hassen?
Hate.
To hate. Please,
Hate,
Karen.
yeah.
In German, we don't just say the verb like that. In English, it's to. We've combined it because we've combined the to plus the verb to form the hassen. So it's to hate.
Okay.
All right. So hate no one. Okay. Has niemanden. Then here, dash die Wahrheit.
Sag.
Sag.
Tell
Oh,
them.
sorry. Sorry. Falsch gewählt. I mistakenly clicked on it.
That is egal.
Sag.
Boy, make it better.
So say the truth. The Wahrheit is the truth.
Mm. Erzähle.
Yeah. So here, our first rule, verbs with L. So we have erzähle with the whole L. Okay. Sentence with L, we add an E, but not all. Okay.
Mm.
Beschreiben.
Beschreibe.
Ja, genau.
Cool. Cool. The normal schreiben is schreib, but beschreiben is beschreibe.
Mm.
I hope so you are noting things down. Okay. Mhm. That's the only way you can
Yeah.
remember.
Ruf an.
Call your friend.
Ruf
Ruf deinen Freund an. Call your male friend. Okay.
Oh,
Call the
child.
police.
Also like,
Ruf an.
Ruf die Polizei an.
Polizei an. Boy, side you any police station here, you know, difference between them, and I'm very sick.
The police is the Polizei.
Chick.
Oh, sorry. The police is the police is the Polizei. Okay. And the policeman is their Polizist. And the policewoman is the Polizisten. But the police is the Polizei. You get?
Okay.
So police is feminine,
Yeah.
but policeman is Polizist. And the policewoman is Polizisten. Okay. So you schick mir eine Nachricht. Schick mir einfach eine Nachricht. Send me. And here.
Tag
Yeah.
my dining hand.
Yeah.
Show
so
me
you
your
show it to me. That's why. So Tigen is dative. So if I'm showing you, I'm showing you my bottle. It's a tiger deer meine Flasche. I'm showing it to you. So it's dative. It's like bring it. Bring it is also dative. They bring me the bottle, it would bring me the flasher because I am the beneficiary of what is given. And I'm the beneficiary of what is being shown. So Tigen is dative, bringing is what? Dative, geben is also dative. All right. Here, lachen, to laugh.
Laugh.
Yeah. Don't laugh so loud. Nicht so laut. Lach nicht so laut. Okay. And here.
Wohnen.
Yeah. Wohnen bitte ruhig. So sometimes instead of saying bleiben bitte ruhig. Oh, stay. But bleiben means to stay, and wohnen means to stay. As in I stay in, or I stay as, yeah. So sometimes they use the wohnen bitte ruhig or the bleib bitte ruhig. Okay. That means stay calm. Okay.
No, that's bringing, tagging, and then back on which one?
Bringen, Tigen, geben.
Okay. Thank you.
Got it. Then putzen, to clean.
Yeah, put design.
Mm.
That's a put too.
Zähne.
Die Zähne.
Zähne. Ja, genau. Back.
Deine Hände. Your hands. This is plural. Yeah.
Cock.
Ja. Koch das Abendessen. Wir haben Hunger. Warum machst du auf deinem Handy? Backen.
Oh, which lava is loose? I listen all.
Backen.
Back.
Bak einen Kuchen. Bake a cake. Decken.
Yeah.
Decke.
Decadentish means cover. Okay.
Decadentish. Hey, what is it?
Cover. Like drahon chi drakunyano ho fanyra idrahon. The decke also means the blanket. Okay, the bed decke, the decke means like covering, the covering. So to cover something is decken, and to cover yourself is also to decken. Abigail, just know that when you are covering something, we use decken, and when you are covering yourself, then it's to decken. Yeah. Aufräumen means to clean or to arrange, or normally to like make things tidy.
Raum auf.
Räum auf. Okay. So here it will keep the umlaut, because the verb in its infinitive form already comes with its umlaut. But for schlafen version, they only get the umlaut after during the conjugation. So the rule states that if the verb has no umlauts in the infinitive form, then with the imperative form, forget the umlaut. But here, the verb in its original form has its own umlaut. That's why it's still rhyme out. Okay. All right, then here. Reparire. Okay. So the endings with the R are particularly to the Latin. They take what the E ending. So repair the bicycle. Reparire das Fahrrad. Schnell. Then here probieren means to try. Try the soup.
Yeah.
Probire.
Ample.
Yeah. With the Latin words like so einfach. So I explained this.
Family.
Zamle. Zamina. So zamle. So it means together. So you want to say you should together. Yeah, so maybe so you have gotten enough experience. So you have to use it. So ich habe viel Erfahrung gesammelt. Okay, I've gathered enough experience in nursing. Ich habe viele Erfahrung in der Pflege gesammelt. Yeah. But here is gather the Spielzeuge. Okay, Spielzeug is the Spielzeug, but the plural is the Spielzeuge, the toys. Gather them. So you are telling your child to gather them. And so here gibt es Reisen nach Berlin. Yeah, you see. So there are some that you have to learn by heart. If you were to follow the normal rule, all S and then take what an E, but in the modern language, not all. So with Ryzen, you have to learn it by heart. Ryzen is Reise. Okay. Then here besuchen, deine Oma.
Besuch.
Besuche.
Yeah.
I didn't say bezuku.
I would say besuch, but like I said, there are always exception. There's always exception. You just have to learn them by heart. But with besuch, they use besuch here. Besuch your besuch. But you hear it sometimes bazooka. Okay. You know, in the modern one, they have to learn them by heart. You have to learn a lot by heart. Okay. But the bazooka is more common in the spoken language. I won't lie to you. Bazooka. Okay. Then here. Show me the way. Hi. Mullah, show us the way. Yeah, it's Tig. Yeah. You learn language by repetition, brother. Tig.
Yeah, genau.
Finde auch. Verlieren means to lose or to lose something. Maybe you've lost something to lose. So don't lose your key. It's Latin or verlieren. Hey.
Why? Yeah.
Nice. Ich schlage das im Wörterbuch nach. There's another they say the third one they said but yeah, I think I've heard Feli. Yeah, I remember. I think I said yeah. I think because I think I met it during this and I realized that it wasn't following the normal rules. Yeah, so it's Feli. Yeah, that's his rested. So you see Latin word by exception.
Or something.
Verloren.
Yeah.
That's the past. But you see, so here you just have to learn this one from the Latin verbs by heart. Verliere nicht den Schlüssel. But you know, my boy, I want to check it. But my boy,
the Z form. Verlieren nicht den Schlüssel.
When you use the Z form, then you have to mention the Z. So it will be verlieren Sie nicht den Schlüssel. Okay. When right now you omitted the Z. That's why I'm correct. You omitted the Z. You were like verlieren. Yeah. So all right. Yeah. Suchen. Einfach such. Einsteigen.
Einsteigen to get in. So steig ein. Steig ein in den Bus. Steig in den Bus ein. And aussteigen, get down or get up. And look at Saba. Steig aus. Yeah.
So we said at the bus station, we use an. She thought work.
Which lab name is the book?
Yeah.
Okay. Outside. Yeah.
Mr. Kofi,
Yeah,
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 or
yeah.
one more to be here. So, Mr. Kofi, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Well, yeah, I'm coming now.
Oh, Mark,
Okay.
Mark,
The Martin White.
Mark the house gotta be mixed. That's it. Mark the house gotta be mixed.
Mark the Aufgaben mit. Super. Well done.
I'm telling Mr. Kofi to mark the house. Yeah, participate
Yeah.
in the task. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Fahren.
Far. Gay. A good repetition. Then feeling. Feel the pulse.
Feeling it.
You hear it.
Feel.
Feel. But normally I hear feel it. In the hospital, I hear feel it and pulse. But it's feel, okay? Because with the L endings, with the whole, you say with the whole. And what was the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, we learned with the whole plus another verb with
Yeah.
and
With what?
Is it
the
Stanley?
Zamle. Yeah.
Zamel.
No, it wasn't even it wasn't even Zamel.
Excelling.
It wasn't excelling. Yeah,
Yeah.
excelling. So you by here you
Yeah.
see feel is feel, but then you normally hear the feel in cranking house, but feel. So there are a lot of verbs that you just have to learn them by how to use the original rules. Okay, but when you use the original rules, they'll say you are a kick, but then you're a German learner, so it's marked niche. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm doing Atman tief ein. Tief means what? Tief means
Keine Ahnung.
tief means deep.
What?
Tief means deep. Breathe in. Ein Atmen. Ein Atmen. Yeah, you shouldn't say probable. Ein Atmen. Ein Atmen means to breathe in, and aus Outmen to breathe out. Okay, but tief means deep. So take in a deep breath. Atmetief ein.
Okay.
Atmetief aus. Oder Atmen aus. Okay? Yeah. Ein Atmen means to breathe in. Ein means in. So breathe in. Atmen means to breathe. So breathe in is ein Atmen, then breathe out is aus Atmen. All right. Offene. We've done it. Nehmen. Nimm. The medicine. Trinken. Trink. Schlafen. Ich schlaf. Helfen. Ich hilf. Yeah, moment. Nana Kenya mi. Mami fufu. Yes, idea. Laufen. Ich lauf. Essen is is. Warten is warte. That's a repetition. Yeah, üben. Was ist üben? Üben. Practice, to
Even
practice.
is over. Hey,
Üb. Okay. And vorbei and then over.
Dramatic.
Yeah, üben means to practice. So practice the grammar.
And I audience here.
Oben, they say above.
Above. Okay.
So
Above.
üben. Üben means to practice. Okay. Practice the grammar. So it's üb. Üb the grammatic. Yeah. Lesen is lies. Schreiben is schreib. Aber beschreiben is beschreibe. To describe is beschreibe. Aber schreiben is schreib.
Right?
The whole,
date
was?
Schreiben.
You might said?
No, schreiben
is not a dative verb. Schreiben is einfach.
Yeah.
Unless maybe you want to mention the beneficial, but when I say that I am writing a letter, it's a schreibe einen Brief. But when I want to
Okay,
say I am
okay.
writing a letter to you, that's when I have to use the dative. Ich schreibe dir einen Brief. Okay, so it's not a dative.
I must have to check.
Okay, wow. Then öffne. Okay.
Tell me about
Sprechen, ich sprich. Zu hören is hört zu. Yeah, hört zu. We've already done it. That's why. Then zeichnen. To paint. Zeichne ein schönes Bild. So das Bild is das Bild. It's neuter by here because I wasn't you. That is zeichnen. Yeah. Zeichne. All verbs with CHN ending, we add E. So example is rechnen. Rechnen means to calculate. It to be what? Rechne. Zeichne. Okay. With zeichnen, we have many verbs. We have auszeichnen, einzeichnen, verzeichnen. So many zeichnen. But CH ending, all CH ending takes E. Okay. Malen means to paint.
Hey, Mr. Malen.
Yeah. Malen eine Blume, paint a flower. Erinnern. Yeah. Erinnern. Sich erinnern means to remember. Yeah, to remember. Erinnere. Eine Sekunde. Erinnere dich an die Regel. So in German, which sich erinnern, we use an, and we use an as accusative. So I remember. In English, we don't use. In English, we don't use it with any friends. So erinnern means to remember or to remind. So in English, you say, I remember myself of. In English, normally you don't say myself, but then if you were to use it, I remember myself of but German, you see myself. I remember myself of. We use an, but the preposition for erinnern is an. So I remember my wedding will be ich erinnere mich an meine Hochzeit. Okay, so you have to use the an. The thing that you remember, the an will come first, then the thing will follow, but then we use accusative, okay, for the an. All right. Then springen means to jump higher. Höher.
Spring higher.
Spring höher. Spring höher. Jump higher. Then singen.
Sing.
Singen, not singen. Singen. Either. Singen. Then tanzen is tanz. Tanz. So I am at the party. Ich bin auf der Party. We learned to do. I am at the party. We don't say I am inside the party. We don't say ich bin in der Party. You're not inside the party. We say auf for German. Use auf. When you say you are going to the party to, you use zwar or that ich gehe auf die Party. But normally zwar, zu plus party is common. Zur party. All right.
Yeah.
Öffnen. We have used öffnen. Then schließen. Close the window is schließ das Fenster. Fahren ist fahr schneller. Geh in den Garten. Go in the garden is wohin, that's why it's in the garden. All right. Kommen. Komm bitte pünktlich. Pünktlich means what?
Punctual.
Punctual. Come punctual or on time. Spielen ist Spiel. Spiel draußen für Fußball. Okay. Lernen ist Lernen. Fleißig. Was ist fleißig?
Fleißig.
Meine Mutter ist eine fleißige. Huh?
To fly.
Was? To fly is fliegen. To fly is fliegen. but fleißig. When I'm
Like,
saying maybe my mother is a hardworking woman, so learn diligently or hardworking for the hardworkingly, but diligently, but
like that.
hardworking. The normal sense of yeah, should the proof. Yeah.
Yeah. Ah,
All right.
that's where you can be moved.
Then
Be ended. Be ended.
beende. Yeah, beende means to end. So quiz beended is the past. The quiz has ended. Yeah. Quiz ends. Yeah. Quiz beended. Okay. Yeah. So the other quiz, I will send it in the group. And then yeah, we've done a lot. I will send both of them, the imperative and the other quiz I generated. Also, wait, I think that this format, it's also good, right? This the so like helps for the music. Yeah. Because the other one, no. German. This is I use ChatGPT, but I'm using the paid version because ChatGPT, you can't analyze more than 3 data per day. Yeah. So I'm using the paid version. Oh, where's the other quiz? Yeah. So this the dates by 50. Should we answer or you do it alone?
Yanko.
Welche Monat kommt nach Mai?
Boy, me dem wish you. It was school media.
Sorry. I wasn't sharing. Here. It's 50. Yeah. 20. Then you do the rest. Yeah, I will send the rest. I will send the link to you. Then you complete it. So welche Monat kommt nach Mai?
Juni.
April.
Bitte? April. Hey.
April.
Nach Mai. Nach Mai.
Hey. Mai.
You know, February, March,
May.
April, May. Uni.
Uni.
Hey.
Nak. Uni. OBK. OBK means.
I think it sounded like March to them. That's why.
Mai is May, and March is Mets. Yeah.
Mets, yeah.
Because OBK, so you explain OBK depending on the context. OBK means Obon for King Kong or no Obon for King Kong or Obon for Karat. So depending on OBK, you self-explain. When I say Obon for King Kong or Obon for Karat. Okay, so you're marking weiter. Was bedeutet der Arm?
The arm. And I saw the explaining. Fight it.
Feel an imperative. Dash the Tio.
Mark the Tio. Mark.
Eska, I think you can't answer it because there's no picture here. Schade. Yeah. Okay, Van Man Schmerzen hat. Okay, so what do you say when you have pains? Schmerzen means pain. The Schmerzen.
Yeah.
So do you say I'm happy, I have hungry, I have pains, or that is thinking about ich habe Schmerzen? When you say maybe you're feeling pains, ich habe Schmerzen. When you have fever, you say ich habe Fieber.
Zahnschmerzen, Kopfschmerzen, Bauchschmerzen.
Zahnschmerzen, Kopfschmerzen for headache, Kopfschmerzen, cough pains, head pains. Bauchschmerzen means stomach pains. Okay. Yeah. So you just attach the Schmerzen to the body parts. So if you have pains in your arm, it should be what? Armschmerzen. If you have pains in your tongue, it's Zunge Schmerzen.
Boy, and that body parts, bottles and ankle, ankle bottles, how to see bottles.
Botox Schmerzen. Yeah, so we say botox by ash. Ash, I know. Ash is ash. Dear ash.
This one is January.
Januar. Yeah. Januar is der erste Monat im Jahr. Das ist richtig. Und
Ja. Bleib
Sei.
bitte ruhig.
Sei is also sei means to be. Okay, sein, the verb sein. Okay, sein to be. Ich bin, du bist. So if I'm telling you to be, maybe to be crazy, to be happy, to be sei glücklich. Okay, so sei also you can say you can also say maybe.
Stay calm.
No. I'm just explaining. Say you can also say sei bitte ruhig. Be calm. Become, understand,
Okay.
sei, to be is sein, okay? So sein, the imperative for sein, to be, sei, S-E-I. Then haben is
Okay.
hab, H-A-B. So if I'm telling you to be patient, German Rebecca said, hab Geduld, have patience. So maybe then everything have, remember what I say, have something, I mean, like even have water, be have pasta. But I want it to be like an order, like to say have patience, nay, have salt, but it's not common like with having. But then when I'm saying to you, maybe be polite, it will be sei höflich. Be happy, it will be sei glücklich. Okay, so that's the imperative for be, to be. So be happy for her. So here sei bitte ruhig means also be please be what's calm. That is how Christian. But bleiben means stay. Okay, but when you are giving the other means to be something, then use sei. Okay, all right. Then that's that too. Ja. Das ist einfach.
Okay.
Was passt? Ich kann nicht laufen. Mein Dash tut weh. So, wenn man nicht laufen kann, wo tut man weh? Fuß,
Laufen,
Hand,
ran.
Fuß.
Hey.
Ja, du brauchst den Fuß zum
Yeah, first.
Man braucht den Fuß zum Rennen. Zum Rennen, sorry.
Ja,
Zum Rennen.
One needs the feet to run.
Genau. So here is der Fuß. So mein Fuß tut weh. So when you say, instead of saying maybe I have pains, ich habe Fußschmerzen.
Okay.
My head is paining me. Then tut weh. Wehtun is the verb. Wehtun. The verb in the infinitive form. Yeah, and only if I'm saying so I have to add myself, then you'll be like, mir tut der Kopf weh. Yeah. So it depends if I'm mentioning the beneficiary in this sentence, say mir. So maybe I'm having pains myself. So it'd be like mir tut der Kopf weh. So my head is paining it's giving me pain. It's doing me pain. Tun means to do. Okay, tun weh. So like the verb is wehtun. Infinitive form, wehtun, W-E-H-T-U-N is the verb in its infinitive form. Okay, so it's too weh. And I may say it depends, and it's not just dative, but that's when I'm mentioning the beneficiary. But when I'm saying, I can also say, instead of saying mir tut der Kopf weh, I can just say like my Kopf tut weh. And I didn't use any dative because no beneficiary. But if I'm saying my head is giving pains to me, that's why I say mir tut der Kopf weh. Okay. So it depends on how you use it. So you just take your A1. Ich habe Kopfschmerzen. But it's nice when you can use the V2. Yeah, use the V2. That's super. Und welches Datum ist korrekt geschrieben? Which date is written well?
Ich glaube, zweite ist die richtige Antwort, oder?
Nein, as in German, when we don't say in. English use in. I'm coming in. German, we use an, which is am plus dem plus the month. So am 3. Mai, ich. Okay. Am 3. Sorry. Am 3. Mai, ich. Am 3. Mai, ich. All right. Der deutsche Monat hat 28 oder 29 Tage.
These people,
Februar, ja,
people,
super.
die können der
Was
Lehrer
bedeutet der Kopf?
Head,
Was bedeutet
head,
der Kopf? Der Head.
head.
Und der
Ja.
Ear? Was ist der Ear auf
Oh,
Deutsch?
hier ist Euer.
Das O. O-H-R. Das O. Not Ohr.
Euer.
Das O.
Oh.
Then the
Boy, and
knee.
then Mr. That you pronunciation no. Almost oh wow. What up, I was a
Minka with you because pronunciation there, but Minka but I hear that's O.
with dictionary in
Okay.
example, yeah, they are saying because I had an amnesia a part and I'm saying, I do cry one and I'm not medical shell like like it sounds like that. Like, that's all
I'm
the
not saying
same
that you
word.
are wrong, but I've never heard O. Okay. I know said the O. The O is the O. Okay, so that's O. Yeah. Then the knee, I'm camp das Knie. The knee is das Knie. So in German,
Yeah.
KN is Knie. You don't say knee, that's Knie. All right. Then here, that's bitte das Fenster.
Offene.
Okay.
Offene bitte
Offene
das
da.
Fenster.
Offene bitte das
Einfach.
Bedeutet
Die Hand ist die Hand. Letzten Dezember. Ich kann nicht hören. Mein Dash tut weh. Mein Ohr.
Oh.
Wähle den richtigen.
Most popular.
So yeah, be still. Sei.
Be still. Sigh.
It's not sigh, it's sei.
Sigh.
Yeah.
Sigh. Still getting. And also we mean Lana.
Yes, there, yeah. Still,
What's
yeah.
Detroit?
Yeah. The shooter.
The shoulder now.
The shooter.
Okay.
Nach dem Astermin geht man oft in die Apotheke. Nach dem Astermin. After the doctor's appointment, one goes often into the Apotheke. Scafonso will go to the bank. Bibliothek. Okay. Literature. That's okay. Then the Leicester. 12:10. 12:10, not 12. I'm 12:10. October.
12:10. Yeah.
All right. So I'll send the link to the group. Then you work on it. Why? All right. Danke. Oh no, yeah, 20 is fine. We've done a lot. So I have another busy schedule Monday. I'll decide on it. I'm not very sure, but then if and I say we are just doing 30 minutes, but then so yeah, but if it's possible, I'll let you know. Maybe I'll try to do an hour with you because yeah, we have to complete it. We're almost done with chapter 6. That's why I'm a little bit relaxed. Yeah. All right, so wir treffen uns. Ich sage euch Bescheid. Okay, I'll let you know. All right, choose.
Genau.